Good afternoon. Hi from Keto in the Chaos. We're going live, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about, wow, thank you. Welcome all of the new subscribers. I cannot even believe how many people subscribed to my channel yesterday. I think I got 300 subscribers just yesterday. So that is pretty insane. And I just wanted to say welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Please leave a comment. Hi, everyone that's joining. I'm sorry, I'm talking to no one, and now you're all here. But I just wanted to say welcome to all the new members. 300 subscribers yesterday, and I am like blown away. My heart is touched. I'm so excited, and I'm looking forward to sharing more of keto and more of my life with you guys. Hello. And so if you found my channel yesterday, I'm so curious. I'd love to hear how you found me. Did you come from Ketogenic Dieters? Did you just find me in searching YouTube? I'd love to know. And also, if you have any burning questions, I'd love to answer them. So feel free to use this opportunity. I'm going to try really hard to read them and answer. So if you do have something you want to ask me about anything keto or anything about me, I am absolutely happy to answer. But yeah, so leave a comment, especially if you're watching this later when it's not live, because we'll lose all these comments that are coming in. And when it goes to the regular video. So please put it in. Okay, I have a question from Leah Nunez. I hope I said that right. Yes, I am taking supplements, and I'm actually making a video about electrolyte supplementation today for our next Mentor Monday. I do have a video on electrolytes that's already here that I made last August. So if you want to check that out, you can see what I'm taking. But the main supplement that I am taking right now is sodium, just plain salt. I think it's really overlooked, and it doesn't really get mentioned a lot in keto circles, but it is absolutely key in having high energy and feeling good on a keto way of eating. So I highly recommend watching that electrolytes video and watching next Monday for the one I'm going to put out to find out how much. I also do supplement magnesium. I take about 300 milligrams of magnesium a day. Hi, Nikki. And I am taking a little bit of potassium here and there, but most of the time I track my potassium in food and make sure I get enough that way. I don't like to take potassium supplements. I know that a lot of ketoers recommend them, but I just am worried because you can overdose on potassium, and so I don't take them. I do take a multivitamin, and I do have a video about which multivitamin I take. It's called Ritual. So if you check that out, I'm not affiliated with them at all. They're just the freaking awesome bomb.com energy pills that I take every day. Oh my gosh, Ritual vitamins are the best multi out there. So that's all I supplement with. So sodium, magnesium, maybe a little potassium here and there, and my Ritual vitamin. Yes, I am working on the supplements video, and there is one called the dangers, electrolyte dangers in low carb diets. And I think that's one that, that you can watch. Will the sodium supplement help with weaning off carbs? I can't keep through the day because I detox and feel miserable. Yes. Absolutely it will. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you found me from Debbie. That's awesome. So yes, sodium supplementation will help you to wean off. So the first week as you're going into the carb switchover, the carb to fat switchover, your body's going to freak out and like beg you for carbs. You'll probably be hungry. You'll have bad cravings. We always say on ketogenic dieters to eat a pickle, because if you got to eat something, you should eat something salty. But if you're making sure to keep up on your sodium supplementation, and I recommend, Ketogenic Dieters recommends 5,000 milligrams of sodium a day. That is about 2,000 to 3,000 more than most keto doctors recommend. And I'll tell you what, I'm not good unless I have 7,000. Don't be afraid of the sodium. It's gonna decrease your hunger. It's gonna take away cravings, and you're just gonna feel so much better. I should get an Amazon affiliate, I suppose. They don't sell Ritual vitamins on Amazon. They do sell Creo Brew, though. So maybe I should sometime. I don't know. Pre-made meal bars or low-carb chocolate chips. I don't recommend bars. I'm kind of like Sarah Pearls of Wisdom, who basically we consider bars to be candy no matter what. We just don't eat them. So I don't really recommend bars or shakes. A low-carb chip, I would probably go for a Lily's chocolate chip if I was going to make some keto cookies. But I leave my carb, there's not carbs in them. I leave my keto-fied desserts for holidays only. The only like dessert type thing that I would eat on a daily basis, like it might be a little bit of Lily's or Skinny Me chocolates that are sweetened with erythritol. I don't really go for the desserty type things for the most part. And if you're in your first month, I recommend 0. I wouldn't make any breads, pizza doughs, desserts, none of those things the first month because they can just be slippery slope things. Really, it's best to not feed cravings and just kind of let them go. So that's kind of what I recommend. If you're feeling like you need something, take sodium. It's usually because if you're hungry or if you're craving, it's usually because you're low on your electrolytes, almost always. And I feel like a lot of keto channels don't ever stress the electrolytes enough. So that's one of my big harping on things. Yes, you need more salt, Barb. It feels like a scary amount of sodium. Thank you, Leah. I'm working on some more what I eat in a days tomorrow. I'll have a what I ate all week for you, so I hope you'll like that. The best ways to get in your sodium are to take Soleil water. I have a video on how to make Soleil water. Your ankles won't swell. That is a good question. At first they might. When your body's doing the switch over from carbs to fat burning, you might get some swelling, but if you just keep up on your sodium, it'll go away. Usually on a low carb or keto diet, if you're swelling, it's because you didn't get enough. Like whenever I have my videos and I go, oh man, I know I'm retaining water, I usually know because I was short on my sodium the day before, and almost always I will retain. But if I make sure to keep it up, I usually will just keep flushing. Because that's the thing, you're always flushing your electrolytes. So I always tell people, keep in mind you have 0 sodium. You're not building up your sodium. If you eat too much, you will have diarrhea. You will know if you eat too much salt because your body will go, nope, and it will flush it. So you just kind of have to find your happy place. For me, it's 7,000 milligrams. And so I usually take about 1.5 tablespoons of Soleil water 4 times a day. And that's about 7,000 milligrams of sodium. It took me a long time to work up to that amount. If I were just starting out, I would stick to 2,000 or 3,000 that first week and then up it and up it and up it until I find my place where I feel energetic and I don't feel keto flu. Yes, sodium will help your calves from cramping. That is usually low potassium or low sodium, but on keto, I find it's most people's low sodium. That's the issue. My food scale, man. Food scale. I have a really, really old food scale that I bought from like Harbor Freight way back when. It is not very electronic and it's totally mechanical and the buttons are like ruined, which is why I never show myself weighing things. You can see it in some of my early ones. I think the electrolyte video, I use it so you can see it. It is just a dang awesome scale and it never dies. We actually bought a new scale from Amazon for Christmas and the thing, it was dead in like 3 days because my daughter dropped it on the floor. My old beat up scale has lasted me forever, but I am in the market for a new one. So if I find one I like, I will make a video on that probably and mention it at least. All right. Does anybody else have any more questions? All right, cool. Well, I just wanted to say welcome to all of you guys. And if you're watching this later, make a comment about how you found me. I really got to know where you came from because it's super exciting. And oh my gosh, 25K views on my video. I keep watching it go up and up and up and I'm just like, what on earth? And I just don't even know what I did right. So I'd love to know where you came from. Oh, more questions. Okay, let's see. Can I just eat and lose your weight for you, Joanne? Yeah. Hair supplements. Oh, I should do a whole video on hair. I don't currently take any. I did for a while because my hair fell out like gangbusters about 6 months in. Usually your hair won't fall out on this higher protein way of eating just because hair is made out of protein. And usually on a low calorie diet, it's because your hair didn't get enough protein because your body used it for everything else. So I'm not sure why mine fell out. My theory is that I had a lot of hormones in my fat tissue that was stored. And so when I started releasing that into my body freaked out like it would after I had a baby and just dumped the hair. So I panicked. I started taking biotin and hair, skin, and nails. And I took it for about a month. I just didn't feel like it was doing anything. So I stopped taking it and I started taking the ritual vitamins just to see if anything would happen. And that was 3 months ago. And since it takes about 3 months to notice, I have noticed now that my hair's not falling out anymore. I don't know if it's the vitamins or if my body is just hormone satiated and it's not freaking out anymore. You can kind of see my little wispies here where I did lose it. I lost a lot through here, but you can't really tell anymore. It's actually starting to come back in as full and beautiful as it did before. But I know that on ketogenic dieters, there's people that recommend taking a lot of biotin and collagen, so you can choose if you want to do that. Keep in mind that collagen does not count towards your protein macro. It's an incomplete protein, so you can't count it in your chronometer. Your chronometer will add it in, but you're not really meeting your full protein. You can't count full protein on that or on pork rinds. So keep that in mind as you're adding collagen to your diet. So just consider it a supplement. Don't count it. And unless it has carbs, in which case count those. But I don't know if it has carbs because I never took it. I do occasionally have a sugar-free Jello. Does that have collagen? I don't know. Maybe it does. All right. Anything else? I don't know. I feel like I could just talk and talk and talk and talk, but I do have to make my electrolytes video at some point, and I still have to homeschool. And it's like, what time is it? It's 12:30 here. Oh my gosh. Wait, no, that's not the time. That's how long I've been talking. I have no idea what time it is. What brand of collagen? Oh, what brand of salt? That will be in my video next week, but I will tell you my favorite tasting salt to just eat is Real Salt by Redmond. And it's a Utah thing, so I'm not sure if you can find it everywhere. It's probably on Amazon. I'm not 100% sure. The common salt that everybody uses on keto is pink Himalayan. And I do make my Soleil water with pink Himalayan rock salt because I just find that it tastes good and it's easy to make, but you can use any kind of salt. I don't recommend table salt with iodine. You could probably, I don't know, it's probably not good to take that much iodine. I don't know. And it tastes like crap, so I don't eat it. And any sea salts are fine. So pretty much any sodium source is good. There's sodium in bacon. I get at least 2,000 I think it's like 2,000 sodium a day from my bacon, my brand of bacon. But I don't actually count that. I mean, officially I do in chronometer, but I actually supplement 7,000 on top of my food. So I don't count my salting my eggs. I don't count like anything except for an actual supplement. So like if I'm going to make a drink like Ketorade, I'll put salt or Soleil water in regular bottled water and sweeten it with Mio drops if I feel like having a drink, like a Gatorade kind of drink. You are very welcome. Yeah, I'd stick to pink Himalayan. I think it's the most common. It tastes good. My skin looks flawless. I have good light in my room. Guys, I'm a photographer, so don't be fooled. I do have some wrinkles there. They're just really hard to see in pretty light. I try really hard not to record in non-pretty light, but if you go back and watch some of my day in the life videos, you'll see me without makeup in bad light, and you can see every wrinkle. I am 43, and I do have good skin. My grandmother had good skin, and my mother has good skin, so I can't give keto credit because I already had good skin before. But I have heard that it can improve your skin quality. I don't know. I don't know if it has mine. But thank you, Leah. All right. Anything else, you guys? We have a couple more people that have joined us. Welcome. You guys are awesome. This live thing is kind of awkward and fun all at the same time because I feel like I'm really like talking to you. I like to pretend I'm talking to you when I'm making the videos. And that's why I always say like, hello, my friends, because I really want to feel like I'm talking to a friend. Hi, I just watched your video this morning, Keto-licious Life. She did my keto tag. If you guys have a channel, you need to do my keto tag. I really want to know like why you guys are doing keto and how you found it and all the inner workings of your brains if I can. I'm all about relationships, and I feel like YouTube is an awesome place to have a relationship with people. Do I drink diet soda? Yes I do, Leah. I absolutely drink Coke Zero and sometimes Diet Pepsi, though it has sucralose, and that much sucralose tends to make me crave stuff. I'm not supposed to. Ketogenic dieters doesn't recommend it, so I will say not to, but I do, and it doesn't affect my weight loss in any way. Do I intermittent fast? Technically, yes, though not like I plan it out. Daily? Yes, I drink diet soda daily. Man, she's just digging. I don't show it because I don't want people that are coming here from ketogenic dieters to see that I drink a lot of diet soda and feel like it's because it might not work for them. But yeah, I do. I love it. It's yummy. Okay. I'm glad you guys do too. That's awesome. So, intermittent fasting. I intermittent fast purely because of my schedule. So, like, it's past noon at this point and I haven't eaten my first meal yet. I'm usually homeschooling and gotten it done by now. And I haven't done any homeschooling today and I'm supposed to start back up. So that kind of sucks. So I'm kind of behind. But what I usually do is I get up in the morning, the little kids have food, and then I help them with their homeschool, the little kids with their homeschool work. And then as soon as I'm done helping the majority of them and the older ones are working independently, then I'll make my first meal. And it's usually around noonish. Sometimes it's 11 if I get really hungry. Sometimes it's later if I get really busy. And usually on my like day in the lives or week in the lives, I try to remember to say what time I'm eating so you guys kind of get an idea. But it's usually pretty late in the day for my first meal. So I only have 2 meals, but my second meal does not always fall within the 8-hour window. When you do intermittent fasting and you have like a 16 hours of off of eating and 8 of eating, I don't always fall into that window. I tend to end up 15-9 because when we're at the dance studio all night long, we come home and like it is late. Very often it's past 9 when I get home. And my poor husband, he has to make dinner for all 9 of my children, including my 2 adult children. They don't make their own food. They do pay rent, so there's that. So he makes dinner for them, and I have kids with food allergies. I have some that are allergic to wheat and some that are allergic to dairy. So often he has to make 2 meals for them, and then he has to make me a meal for my own macros and him a meal for his own macros. So sometimes it gets really late. Sometimes we eat at like 10 o'clock. I think we ate at 9:30 last night. So, and we didn't even have dance. It's just, we kind of run on a later schedule. We get up a little later because we homeschool. We stay up pretty late. Oh, I know. My guy, he's amazing. I have been trying to convince him to be on the channel a little bit more. Because he is like the one that helps me achieve my goals. If it wasn't for him, I would have died. I don't like cooking, and at first I didn't know how. Now I do know how to some degree. He's been the cook forever and ever, amen. And he went on keto with me, and he's the one who does all of the meal prep almost always. Wednesday nights, sometimes I have to cook, and if I have to cook, I'll usually try and film it in my day in the lives, but it's really embarrassing to me because I'm really bad at it. Anyway, my husband is a gem. He is wonderful. But when you put him in front of the camera, he literally looks like a deer caught in headlights. His eyes go, and he freaks out and he gets shakes, and he's just funny. Yes, he's my rock. He's awesome. Do I recommend high protein, low fat to lose more weight? Absolutely. Yep. That is exactly what I recommend. It's what Ketogenic Dieters on Facebook recommends. If you want all of the details of what I do, the minutia and the science, go to Ketogenic Dieters on Facebook. Look for the group with the stop sign in the cover photo, request to join. Make sure you answer the 3 questions and answer all 3 or you'll get declined and they won't let you in. If you sell supplements like Keto OS or any kind, It Works or anything like that, you shouldn't have it anywhere on your page where people can see because they will deny you. We don't really let MLMs into the group because they're always there trying to sell to us. So even Plexus people, and there's a lot of people, I feel bad because they're probably just there for the info and they're not there to try and sell us keto coffee or something stupid, but I'm warning you in advance. If you sell those things, hide them before you request to join. Answer all 3 questions. So Ketogenic Dieters on Facebook, the one with the stop sign. The pinned post is just at the top. You'll see view the pinned post. Click it and you'll have all the information of everything that I do and the macro chart, which is vital. It goes by height and sex, not by weight, and you don't change it the entire time you're losing weight unless you get really close to goal. At that point, you're going to want to know your body fat percentage and you're going to want to go to ketogains.com and get a custom macro. But before that, the Ketogenic Dieters macros are what you need to lose fat. And they are higher protein, lower fat. So like I've said before, my personal macros, and I said I was 5'8" on that other video, and I'm totally 5'7". I don't even know what I was thinking. So my personal macros are 120 grams of protein, 78 grams of fat, and less than 21 grams of carbs every day. I always meet my protein. I never, ever go under. I sometimes go over. Sometimes I'm up to 135. I try really hard not to go over on my fat because that fat number is set perfectly where you need it for hormones to be balanced so you don't become a major B word and your brain to work really well, but so that you burn from your body and not from your plate. So you really don't want to go lower than what it recommends unless you don't want to go more than 10 under. So I try and stick between 68 and 78. Sometimes I go over and you'll see if I go out or if I have a party, I do a maintenance day where I do even. So I'll do 120 fat and 120 protein. And that's a maintenance day. You can also do that if you hit a stall and you want to kind of knock your metabolism around. So you can I sometimes will do 6 days of 10 under my fat and then 1 day of a maintenance macro where I equal protein and fat, and it will kind of get things going again. I will tell you a secret that I got on the scale today and I was down to 232.5. I knew it was coming because it had taken 3 weeks and I hadn't lost anything, and now I knew I was going for a big drop, and I was really hoping it would come in time for my big video. But it didn't. But it was there today, so woohoo! Now let's just hope it sticks around for the weekend weigh-in. Ugh. The weekend weigh-ins are the worst because I never, ever know if it's gonna stick around or if I'm just gonna retain water again and people are gonna think I don't know what I'm talking about. But I will tell you, it works. You just be patient. It doesn't always go down every day. It doesn't always go down every week. There's some weeks where it goes up a huge amount. So like last week, I don't think I mentioned it. Last week at one point, I was up to 242.5. Yeah. So 10 pounds in a week. But that's just because it was water, and I knew it was. I knew it was water because I was ovulating, and I always balloon up. Not at my cycle, just when I'm ovulating. It's so weird. And so I knew it was that, but it's still annoying. Especially when you have to step on the scale in front of you guys and go, oh yeah, I don't lose anything. Even though I know I did. I hate that. So yeah, I really did lose, and now it's starting to show up on the scale. So I'm hoping it's going to keep on going down. I need more of a whoosh than just 6 pounds. I need like more. How many glasses of water do I drink? I drink to thirst. I don't keep track. I don't drink gallons of water. The more water you drink, the more electrolytes you're going to flush. So if you're drinking a lot of water, you need to have a lot of sodium, more than what I take. So I probably drink at least 420 ounces a day, just whenever I feel thirsty. I don't know. And it depends on the day. Like if I'm having a whoosh, what a whoosh is when your body has been holding water in your cells, waiting for fat to come into your cells. And then all of a sudden it goes, she's not going to put any more fat on. And it just lets all the water weight go. And when I'm having a whoosh, I'll get really thirsty. And a whoosh is like, you lose like 10 pounds in a couple of days. Like it just like goes whoo, really fast. So it'll hang on and hang on and hang on and hang on. And then all of a sudden you just lose it all, which is why you need a measure. Because usually measuring yourself is a good indicator of if you've lost. If you don't lose any inches, then you probably didn't lose any fat that week. But if you lost inches, but not on the scale, even if it went up, you know you lost the fat. It's just your body being weird with the water. So that's how many I drink. And I missed that last question. Somebody bumped the questions again. If you comment, I'll pop it up. Thank you. What's my goal weight? Oh, yeah. Or range. How can you induce a whoosh? Oh, my gosh. Okay. Goal weight. My original goal weight was 150 because that's the lowest I've been as a 5'7" woman. When I was 15, I was 150 pounds. Now that I've seen other people who are my same height be lower than that, I think that I'm leaning towards more 130 or below. But I honestly don't have like a set goal weight. I'm just going to keep going until I feel great. And when I finally feel to the point where I feel like I've gone where I need to go, then I will up my fat. I will stay keto and I will just eat my maintenance calories every day so that I don't lose any more. And what was the other question? Oh man, bump it up again. Somebody say hi. I totally remember. Oh, whooshing. Can you induce a whoosh? No. I've tried everything. I've tried drinking less water. I've tried drinking more water. I've tried drinking more diet soda. That actually sometimes works a little because it is diuretic in and of itself. I always just make sure to keep my salt regular. If you do eat, like if you're trying to induce a whoosh and you raise your salt higher than your body really needs, you probably just retain. It doesn't really work to like trigger your body. I just try and make sure that I feel, and when I say like finding your sweet spot with salt, what I mean is when your brain feels like it's working perfectly, you don't feel tired, you feel good, sometimes like when you're low on sodium, you'll get this weird headache right here. It feels almost like a tension headache, but not. And you'll feel your brain will start to be muddled. And if it gets really bad, you may have seen, if you've watched any of my day in the lives, you should go back and find the one. It's a couple days before Christmas Eve where I went shopping late at night at Target and I hadn't done my sodium all day. I'd only taken 1 tablespoon of Sole water. And all of a sudden my brain shut down in the middle of Target and my mouth turned off. I couldn't speak. Like I sounded drunk. So you don't want to get to that point. That's bad. If you start feeling a little bit of headachy through here or just any tension or weird like dizzy or muddled feeling, take extra salt just in case because that's the first sign of keto flu. And I'm definitely going to go into that in my electrolytes video if I ever get it filmed. But yeah, I will. I will get it filmed sometime before next Wednesday or next Monday, I mean. So yeah, where was I at with that? Oh, whooshing. So no, it's not, it's your body. Basically when you are losing fat, your fat cells just automatically hold themselves open with water for a little while until they decide you're not going to put any more fat in it. So the best way is to just keep eating your macros every single day, be patient, try not to live by the scale, and just know and trust the process and know that eventually you're going to be peeing every hour and you'll be like, instead of annoyed, you're going to be like, yeah, all right. Because you'll know the scale is going down. And in fact, if you have a day where you wake up and you're peeing like every hour, weigh yourself. You will die. Weigh yourself all day long. It's hilarious. So it doesn't matter how much you drink or eat or anything on those days. The scale just keeps going down, 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 down all day long. It's crazy. So yeah, there's nothing you can do to induce a whoosh. If there were, I would definitely tell you. I've tried it all and it doesn't really seem to do anything. I've even tried like the magnesium baths to try and see if that would trigger it, and it doesn't seem to. Sometimes it seems to work and then other times it doesn't seem to do anything. And you kind of know when you're going to have one, especially as you get lower. So like I was really big, 374 pounds. Like my hips measured 69 inches. Actually, that's a guess because I had a 60-inch tape, and I just guessed. They were probably bigger than that. The tape didn't fit on my hips. Now I'm down, my hips are 51, and so I've lost a ton of fat. And if you feel in your fatty tissue, after you've started to lose a lot of fat, you'll feel these like hard rocks in your tissue. They feel like marbles. The first time I felt it, I thought I had cancer, and like all my lymph nodes were full of cancer, and I was freaking out, and I had all this anxiety panic attack thing. It turns out it's just your fat cells holding water, and when they're holding water instead of fat, there's tension. And so they're hard. Anyway. Okay, are there supplements for constipation during keto? Yes, but you're already taking them. Sodium and magnesium will help with constipation. So if you are having a constipation issue, I would definitely recommend upping your magnesium. So the lowest recommended magnesium is about 350, I think. I should have brought my chart out. I should have known you guys were going to ask me. I think it's 350 milligrams per day of magnesium. But I have a friend who doesn't have success in the restroom. I don't know how to say that. Who has constipation unless she takes 700. So she takes double. I don't have to take double. I take 300-ish a day plus my weekly magnesium bath, and I do my sodium. If you keep up on both of those, you shouldn't have an issue. If you're having an issue, raise them both until you don't. That's basically the best advice. You take 1,000. Nice. Yeah. So some people, everybody's different. Can you take your sodium and potassium at once? Nope. No, I don't recommend it. If that's a good way to get rid of constipation. You'll vomit a lot, and I don't vomit, but because I'm not a vomiter, but from what I've heard, you will vomit if you take too much sodium at once, and you will have massive diarrhea. So yes, take it until you go to the bathroom. Yes. So like I know where my sweet spot is because of how many times I've had diarrhea from taking too much salt. And I know people that can take huge amounts, 9,000, 10,000, especially if they work and they sweat a lot. They like work on the farm, that kind of thing. They take a ton, but I can't. And I can only take, now I'm up to a tablespoon and a half at a time. And if I take it any closer together than about 2 hours, I will have diarrhea every time. It is so annoying. I would like to be able to take it at once, but you can't. You need to spread it through the day because you're basically eliminating it through the day. Potassium overdose is very dangerous. Yes. I do not recommend potassium supplements. If you feel like you're low on potassium, I recommend a supplement like New Salt or No Salt instead of pills. It's just way too easy to overdose on potassium, and the recommended dose is only 1,000. It's super easy to meet 1,000. I see Dr. Berg recommending like some crazy amount, like 3,500 or 4,000, and I just go, I'm just not comfortable with that. So, Cindy Quilt says she takes 5,000 of vitamin C for the problem of constipation, I'm guessing. And it seems to help her. I've never tried that. I'm not a vitamin C taker, so I don't have any advice about that. But if it doesn't have carbs, I suppose you can take it. I bet it probably has carbs, though. I don't know. That makes me nervous. Watch the carbs on your pills, guys. There are some magnesium citrate pills out there that have carbs in them. So stick to Magnesium Calm, the drink, or a pill that doesn't have carbs, like the one I do is Doctor's Best, and I buy it on Amazon. Guess what? My husband just texted me that he made me breakfast and it's out in the hall on the bookshelf because I've locked him out so that nobody can interrupt my live feed. So I'm going to have to go soon. Oh, you take ascorbic acid, not a pill of vitamin C. Okay. Yeah, definitely look into that, guys. If you are having constipation issues, look into the vitamin C. I used to take it a long time ago for like, to kill a cold, but I took the emergency and I know it has a ton of carbs in it, so I don't take it anymore, but I don't really get sick that often either. I don't know why. I do sometimes, but it's pretty rare. All right. Well, I'm going to have to take my leave of you guys. I've got to make that electrolytes video, so keep an eye on that. Oh, wait, hold on. Sodium I mix. No. 1.5 tablespoons of Himalayan salt with water twice. No, that's way too much. Okay, it's going to take me forever to describe that. I am going to recommend to you right now, go and watch my how to make sole water video. Okay, so I have a video, how to make sole water, and these ones are in the Ketogenic Dieters playlist. So I know I have a lot of videos. I actually have 100, this will be number 101, I think, video. Yeah! Yes, it will post afterwards, and then I will probably go in and add cards that link to the Soleil video and also the electrolytes video. But if you go into the Ketogenic Dieters playlist, there's one called the Electrolyte Dangers. It shows all the ways I supplement sodium, all the ways that everyone can supplement sodium. Except for salt pills. I don't show that, but yes, you can fill capsules with salt, but you still need to take them through the day. So you can't take them all at once or you will vomit. Do not get yourselves sick. And do not drink all the sole water. Yeah. You don't have a photo. Oh, you got to add one in your profile. Anyway, so yeah, check out this how to make sole water video and the electrolyte dangers video, and I will be putting out a brand new electrolyte video next Monday. Oh, Cindy, how'd you find me? I have to know before I go. She says she's been watching everything and she just found me yesterday. So I'm curious, did you find me from Ketogenic Dieters or just from a random search on YouTube or from my Facebook group or something like that? You got to tell me. Hey, no problem, Leah. I'm glad for all the questions. You give me something to talk about. Okay, so Cindy found me because she looked on YouTube for keto meal plan. Yeah. All right, guys, that means I am becoming an expert in the keto field and you can finally search me. That is way cool. Keto Connect actually subscribed to my channel. I don't know if they watch me. Hi, Mega, if you do. I don't think she does. But she subscribed. That was cool. Oh, thanks, Cindy. She said mine's the best. I don't know about that, but I highly recommend the podcast by Sarah. It's Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto by Sarah. She has a lot of really awesome information. She goes by Dr. Berg, but she's a kind of lower fat, higher protein most of the time. I think I will do more live chats. Maybe I will come up with a schedule for live chats and let you guys know when those would be, because this is fun. All right. Well, I do have to go because my food is getting cold in the hall, and I have to film it so that you guys have it for the week of eating video. So thank you so much, you guys. That was awesome. I don't even know how to turn this off. Oh, man. Now I've got like a whole bunch of people showing up. Hi. Bye. And I don't know how to turn it off either, so wish me luck as I try and figure out how to turn it off. Because yesterday, I didn't turn it off for 5 minutes after I already went away. Oh, okay, I found it. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll talk to you again soon.